Alright, so Trouble by Lindsey Buckingham. This is from his 1981 album Law and Order. But of course the version I'm doing is the live version where he just plays the guitar and sings it, right? Just an awesome version. Really, really nice. And I got a lot of requests for this one after I did Big Love and Stephanie and a bunch of other Lindsey Buckingham, Fleetwood Mac type finger-picking songs. And I'll have a tab for this too because the picking is pretty complicated on this one. Especially the beginning because there's all kinds of variations that he uses. But I'm going to do my best to explain my way through this and hopefully it'll help you learn how to play it. So we're in open G for this, alright? I'll put the tuning down there. And it's going to start like this. Alright, so throughout the song, the thumb is going to be going. That's the rhythm. Sometimes it's all on the A string, sometimes it's the A and the D string. And there's even variations on that. And the fingers to start with, we're going to come in on the and of 4. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Add the thumb to that, and you've got alright, so you might just want to practice that over and over until you can get the separation of the thumb playing the bass and the fingers doing the melody. Now, as soon as we hit that G string, we want to get our hand up here to the 9th fret as quickly as we can, and we're going to fret A9 and D9, open G, and B8. So we're going to go like this. And we're going to hit A9. We're going to go like this. A9 and then B twice, B8 twice. And you'll notice we're doing that with the bass, right? We're alternating D string, A string. And then we're going to bring in that G string, so just going to stay on the A string to end that, right? And, I'm doing that, right? That's tricky to hold that and to move your first finger. It will take a bit of practice. tricky part. So one more time. Now we're back to the A, except we're going to alternate now. Instead of going, we're going to go. So coming out of this, the fingers are add the bass. Now we're back up to here, and we're just going to go. So instead of 2 on the B string, we're going to go 1 on the G, 1 on the B. And the rest is the same. And then the singing starts, right? So that whole intro then, coming on the end of 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And now the singing starts, and we're going to play this pattern. So it's with the thumb. And we're back up here. And that thumb now is, it's just going to alternate between the D and the A strings. The next bit will be and we already sort of know that from before. All right, now we're going to go to the C chord with the added 9, and we're going to go. So the bass and the fingers together. And then we're going to move that up a fret. And what I like to do after that last hit on the A string is to completely lift up my fingers and place them up here 2 frets higher, just to avoid that sound, that squeaking sound. You can hear the squeaking, right? Like when you record with a mic, like 8 inches away, it really picks up all the squeaking. So avoiding the squeaking becomes a big deal, right? And that is just with the thumb. So that's your little sort of pre-chorus. And then we're going to get to the chorus, and we're just going to slide that down and replace it with either a 3rd finger or a little finger on the 5th fret. And we got the chorus, which goes like this. we've got just A string, D string, G string, 2 hits on the A, G string, E string on the second, and then E string open. So and then G string, B string. And then pinch the A string and the G string. Open D string, and then we get into this pattern. I'd like to put a little vibrato on that. Right? And we just repeat. So that last one is, instead of twice, it's just once. So that does that 3 times. And then there's another verse and everything, but in my demo I just went straight to the solo. And the solo is going to come out of this. Okay, really cool solo. So, coming out of this, we're gonna, on the and, we're gonna come in on the A note there. It's actually a G note now, but in open G. And we're gonna go. Meanwhile, we got the bass. Now we're going to go do that again. So that second time starts the same. Open second, open B, open E, then hammer on G2, hammer on D2. Meanwhile, we've got the bass to deal with. This is where the tab might really come in handy. So the second part of the solo, now, just the A string and backwards from the E string. Now we're going to go like this. It's just D2 and B1, and that's kind of a feel thing, right? And then we're back into this. So let's do that whole solo coming out of this bit. A little bit slower. Kind of strum that out there, and we're back up here. Back to this. All right, and then we just repeat the whole chorus, and that'll go 3 times. And then he does a chorus where he just hits that high A, think I'm in trouble. That is, I don't know how he sings that part and plays this rhythm, because the picking is really intricate there. So what we've got there is it just pinches on the A string and the G string, go up a string, D string, B string, go up a string, G string, E string. What I do is the first one I go first finger and thumb, and the other 2 I go middle finger and thumb. So I go first finger, middle finger, middle finger. We go all 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Ending on the first one. And we go up 2 frets. And to transition, we're going to let go of everything except our little finger on G7. And we're going to go the A string and the G string, the D string and the B string. And that, that is so clever. I always say that good guitarists, good musicians, always do something important in the transitions instead of just being sloppy, And that's a great case in point. So we've got... Again, when we hit that, we want to let go and move up so we don't get any squeaking. And the third time, we're just going to slide that A string down, and we just go. It's just the chorus done really slowly. It's so good. So from that section, well, actually, let's go from the last chorus lick before he goes up high. So that's it for this one. I hope this lesson helps you to learn it. And, apart from just being a beautiful song and beautiful guitar playing, it's a great insight into his style and how every note, even though he's picking like hundreds of notes, every note matters, you know. Every note is important, and he never seems to miss anything when he plays live. So, all right, like I say, I hope you get something out of it, and we'll talk to you next time.